Global consumer packaged goods innovation hit a record low in early 2024, with only 35% of product launches being truly new. With prices rising and fewer fresh ideas, is the industry losing its edge? We have here Mintel's Matthew Crabb and Murtaza Bakir to discuss this. So, starting with Matt, why is the innovation of consumer packaged goods so low?
In a word, it's uncertainty. So economic and geopolitical uncertainties are making brands nervous. It's forcing them to reassess how they bring new products to consumers. And this includes reevaluating everything from distribution channels to packaging formats as they look for more efficient, cost-effective ways to deliver product benefits to consumers. There is a disconnect also between the innovations that are going on and what consumers actually need and want. So this means that brands really need to understand real consumer needs better and how those needs are changing, mainly because of the economic factors as well. And then, the brands must ground that innovation in real evolving consumer needs rather than recycling, broad one-size-fits-all strategies. So blanket selling simply doesn't work anymore. And a good example of that is across Asia, we're seeing aging populations. So obviously with aging, we need, different products, whether it's in terms of nutrition or perhaps skincare. As we age, we need different things. So again, there's an opportunity there to be able to sort of deliver better product suited to different needs of consumers as their needs change.
And how's the response so far? How are consumers reacting to price hikes with little extra value?
Well, what we're seeing, of course, with the financial situation is that consumers are becoming a lot more discerning in APAC and including Southeast Asia, especially amid inflationary pressures. So obviously, as prices going up, people are becoming more choosy about what they buy. So they're looking they have a higher expectation for justified innovation. And what we mean by that is a product that, if it costs more, has to deliver more. Now, whether that's more different, benefits in terms of the product in itself, it's more nutritious or it provides more nutrients in some way. Or perhaps it could be something about being more sustainable, more locally produced, and so on. So the more boxes you're ticking in terms of those consumer drivers, the better.
Is there anything that can be done to improve these numbers and consumer sentiments?
Sure, gladly. Adding to what Matt said previously, I think consumers are looking for more value-added benefits in any products that they are hoping to consume. And I think what's that represents is an opportunity for brands to actually do more with their existing range of products, either through incremental innovation, which could mean making small tweaks to their existing range of products with some added nutrients, some new flavors, or new packaging that's more convenient or on the go, or looking at new range of products altogether. Something that keeps coming back to us through our clients is the fear of consumers downtrading. If brands do not continue to innovate, then of course there's a very real possibility that consumers go down the value chain from consuming a premium product to a masstige product to a mass product, and then eventually down to a private label as well. So it's really important that brands are proactive in thinking about new ways to provide value-added benefits to consumers. Across our markets, such as ASEAN and India, there's a huge middle class as well. That's very aspirational, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 towns. We see this even more prominent. And this represents, again, a very big opportunity for brands to tap into these aspirations. How can they do that? They can do that by looking outwards as well as inwards. So outwards in terms of looking at what's happening in other markets across the globe, what's trending in different consumer markets, what can we learn from them? And then from those innovations, what would fit best to their local needs in each of the markets that they're operating in.
On the topic of innovation, just as you've mentioned, how can technology like AI help accelerate innovation without losing the human insight that makes it meaningful?
Obviously, AI is still quite new to all of us, and we're seeing rapid development in how we can use it. I suppose the first benefit that has arisen is that it helps us speed up the innovation process. And it also means that we can speed up the research process. We can process larger volumes of data more quickly. But it doesn't really understand what that data is telling us. We still need a human in there to interpret what consumers are needing. And of course, consumer trends are about people. They're often very subtle. They're constantly shifting. There is emotion within them, and obviously, cultural markers are very important in how you understand any kind of data set. And that's something that AI can't really do as well as a human being. And that's where the expert analysis comes in. So, for example, if we're looking at the same product feature across different markets, they could be irrelevant in one market compared to another. So only a human analyst is able to sort of understand that cultural context, if you like. And this is where it's really important that at Mintel we use a range of consumer drivers that we measure over time. And being able to understand not just where the data is shifting, but the cultural aspects behind why there are shifts, what's really driving consumer behavior change. And this is where, again, AI helps speed up that process.
Yeah, I think that's a really relevant point that Matt has made as well. I think with AI, there's so much information out there that's easily available to lots of different companies as well. But the recurring theme that we keep hearing back from our clients is it reliable? Is it credible? And that's where I think robust research like Mintel plays such a valuable role in this journey, because our clients can actually have the confidence to act on the insights that we're providing due to the credible source that we're providing. At the end of the day, AI is simply a force multiplier. We look at it as an enabler. When we combine AI with robust research and human expertise, it really has the potential to accelerate innovation and bring to market much more meaningful innovation that is tapping into unmet consumer needs.
Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your insights, Matthew and Murtaza.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Once again, those were Mintel's Matthew Crabb, Vice President of Trends for Asia Pacific, and Murtaza Bakir, Senior Vice President of Commercial for ASEAN and India. For more news, visit retailasia.com.